Good afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday, February 18th, and it's time for another shop update video. And as you can see, we got two laptops in the shop right now, and I'm going to go over them both. And another new tool that has arrived in the shop and is hooked up, and we'll go from there. So let's get started. First thing we have is this MacBook right here. This is a little MacBook Air, and unfortunately what has happened here is it was brought in with the complaint that it wasn't powering up. Well, it didn't take me too long to discover that the reason for this was the battery was dead because it wasn't charging. So, okay, great. And those of you that know, Apple's take a somewhat proprietary plug, I'll get it out here, called a MagSafe, and the camera will not focus, which is typical. Called a MagSafe plug, and I plugged in the power block, and I noticed the little light was off on the end of the plug that I just had in my hand. So I did some checking, and the power block that I had was questionable, so I purchased another power block that would be able to be used as a known good test, and even that power block will not charge this laptop, which tells me there's a problem in the motherboard, what they call in the Apple world the logic board's charging circuit. So this machine's going to be a data extraction, and we'll go from there. Now on to this laptop. This laptop came to me with a very heavily broken screen, and the owner tried to work on it himself, which no one should ever do. In fact, I even did a video on that at one point. I will see if I can put a link to that video in the description for this one when I put it up. And in the process, he ordered the incorrect screen, because even ordering screens for laptops is not the easiest thing in the world. Ordered the incorrect screen. I also suspect that because the incorrect screen was ordered, he actually tried to remove the panel, which this particular laptop has a non-removable LCD panel that has to be replaced as an entire assembly. And I went to my screen vendor looking for the assembly, and they don't have it, which can be a not bad or very bad sign. So I called the vendor, and they said they haven't had that particular part for months, and they don't expect to get another one. Now that's a bad sign. That's a sign that the manufacturer, which is Lenovo in this case, has discontinued that particular part. I do have a call into another vendor who's in the process of seeing if this part can be dug up and how much it's going to cost. But this laptop may be a data extraction as well, due to either inability to get the part, or the part is so expensive that it's not worth doing the repair. And over here we have a new tool. This is the MuxLab Professional VGA to HDMI converter and scaler, and this replaced the other tool that I had for doing almost the same thing, except that particular converter was not a scaler, I have to have this because the KVM switch that I use to work on computers is VGA only. And this big LG 27-inch monitor is HDMI only. So you have to convert the VGA signal from analog to digital and then convert that into the HDMI plug. But even then it's not quite that simple. You also have to scale the display down, up or down to a resolution. Usually it's up to a resolution that this monitor is capable of displaying. A lot of these HDMI monitors actually do not like to display low resolution stuff. And this sometimes will lead to a problem, especially if you have a little bit older of a computer in here and you're trying to see the initial boot splash screen pre-Windows, or even worse, get into the BIOS to do things, change settings. A lot of times what will happen is you'll try to jump into the BIOS on an older computer and you don't get anything on the screen. Even though you're actually in the BIOS, this monitor itself can't display anything because the resolution is out of its range. And this was a little bit of an issue that I had for a while. And I talked to some people and they said, well, yeah, you need a more advanced VGA to HDMI converter. So we have the MuxLab. It seems to work good so far. I actually haven't attached anything to it. But I'll do a follow-up video and let everybody know how it is. That'll be it for this video. Please rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when new videos come out. New videos come out on Sunday mornings, usually at 6:45 a.m. And I will see everyone next time. See you all soon. Bye-bye.